What's up, everybody? It's Andrew here with Mashup Lab, back again with another vlog post. But our video looks a little bit different this week, and that's because I wanted to share with you one of the tools that we use as a part of our Dream Business program that was an absolute game changer for me in terms of how we think about new business ideas. So the traditional approach, the way that we've been taught to think about new business ideas, is to write a 300-page business plan, take that to somebody that's going to either give us or lend us money, and cross our fingers and hope that everything that we wrote in that business plan was correct. But a few years ago, I got introduced to a bit of a new way of thinking around how we get new business ideas off the ground. This is one of the key tools. So this is a business model canvas, and the premise of this tool is that any business you can think of, whether it's Google or Facebook or your local bakery or t-shirt company or cleaning business, consulting service, doesn't matter. Any of those businesses can be described in these 9 fundamental building blocks. So every business is sort of built on these same 9 foundations. So basically, you have a customer that has some sort of problem or some sort of desire, some sort of need that they're trying to fill, a problem they're trying to solve. And you've got a way of solving it, and that creates a certain value for them. So this is what we call our value proposition. And then you've got a way of delivering that value to that customer. So that could be through a bricks and mortar retail store, that could be through a website, that could be through direct sales or direct one-on-one, working with that customer. We could be coming to their location, right, as a service. So that's the way in which we deliver this value to this customer. And as a result of what the problem is we're solving and how we're solving it for them, that creates a certain relationship or expectation between you and that customer. They expect certain things from you. Sometimes if you're just downloading a piece of software off a website, the relationship you have is pretty automated, right? You may not even see who actually uses your product or service. Their payment just shows up in your bank account whenever they download that software. And other times that could be a very sort of intimate and personal relationship. So that, depending on what you're doing for this customer, there's a certain expectation of relationship that forms. And then based on those things, there's a value exchange, right? They pay you for helping them solve that problem or creating that value for them, and that's through our revenue streams. So there's lots of different ways that people capture value. Like, you pay for your Netflix through a monthly subscription. Sometimes it's a one-time fee. Sometimes you just show up and buy one product off their shelf. There's lots of different ways that people give you money for things. So that's sort of the right-hand side of the canvas. So that's all the stuff that faces facing the customer and dealing with the customer. The left-hand side of the canvas, these 4 boxes over here, this is sort of the stuff that's happening behind the scenes in order to, again, create this value for this customer. So in order to do that, you need some key resources. So again, this isn't everything that you have in your business, all of your office supplies and all that stuff. This is talking about, what are the key things you need in order to be able to create this value for this customer. And same thing with key activities. Again, this isn't your whole to-do list of everything that needs to happen in order to get this business idea started. But this is talking about things that you need to get really good at in order to be able to differentiate yourself from your competition. And things that you absolutely have to get good at in order to, again, deliver this value to this customer. So sometimes you have all the key resources you need. Sometimes you do all the key activities yourself. But quite often we have people that help us with that and other businesses that help us with that. So those are our key partners. And then there's a special kind of key partner that helps us to actually get our company in front of these customers. And we call those channel partners. So these are other businesses, organizations, people that have some already established connection with the customers that we're trying to get our new product, our new business in front of. So we partner with them to help us to get our offer in front of that customer, help us to get connected with them. And then based on those 3 things, there's usually a cost structure that takes place. So these resources cost money, those activities cost money, and sometimes those partnerships cost money. So what are the big buckets of costs that go into actually making this business model work? So that's a real sort of quick overview of what a business model canvas is. And again, this is a tool that's becoming more and more commonly used when we talk about new business ideas and new startups. But I also see people sort of not using the tool to its fullest potential. So there's really sort of three reasons why I love this format and this tool versus going through the process of actually writing a business plan at this very early stage. And it does a couple things. Number one, you can usually plot your business out on this business model canvas in less than 30 minutes, certainly less than an hour. And by quickly going through each of those 9 boxes, it does a couple things. Number one, it identifies like what are parts of this business model that you haven't really thought all the way through yet. And it could be how you're planning to get your product or service to that customer, what the actual value proposition is to that customer, how you're planning to make money, all of those kinds of things. Usually there's some gaps in our thinking at that very early stage. So this tool quickly helps us to identify where those gaps are. But secondly, it really becomes apparent at what parts of this business model we absolutely have to get right and validate and list all of our assumptions around in order to begin to better understand whether or not there's a great business to be built around this great idea that we have. So for me, going through that exercise super quickly is, it's a lot easier to sort of walk away from an idea, right? In terms of, oh, well, I was wrong about that piece, or this is a different way to approach it. And even though I've, coached hundreds if not thousands of people through this, through this tool, I still get somebody to walk through it with me when I'm working on a new idea. And this tool can be used for a brand new business, or it can be used for a new product, a new idea. You can sort of modify it for whatever it is you're looking to do. So I just wanted to share that with you on a Monday. Again, this is one of the key tools that we use as a part of the Dream Business program to help us quickly understand where we need to focus our time and energy and what assumptions we need to begin to validate in order to better understand if there's a great business to be built around a great idea. So that's my share to you for this Monday. Feel free to have a crack at it. This is a free tool. If you search business model canvas on the internet, you'll come up with lots of free versions of this. So give it a try for your new idea. And we'll have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.